Welcome. In front of me is a Samsung Galaxy S26, and today I will show you how you can import contacts from your SIM card to the device. So I actually deliberately want to import contacts to the phone itself and not the cloud, and I'll be going over that a little bit further in the video, just explaining why and why I recommend doing so as well. But first thing we want to do is open up our contacts application. So here we should have one somewhere. Camera, oh, contacts right here. Let me quickly check if we have another one. Looks like this is the only one. So come on, go back. There we go. So we're going to open up those contacts. Now these contacts are, as an application, it's made by Samsung. So it kind of skips over the annoyances that Google presents with, like, every time, you open it up, ooh, sync your contacts to the cloud and all that garbage, which just generally drives me nuts. But anyway, once we have this application open, we can click right here on these three dots and we're going to select settings. From here, you want to select import contacts. Now I do want to quickly mention this could potentially be a little bit lower down the list if you are signed into Samsung or Google account. Sometimes these options get shifted below, and Samsung or Samsung account or Google account take additional options above. So in any case, I'm going to just click on this. It asks you to allow contacts to send you notifications. Oh, apparently we need notifications to import contacts. Gee, thanks, go piss off. So I guess we need to do it for no freaking reason, as I don't really see any kind of reason why contacts should be sending me notifications, but apparently we need to do this. Great. Anyway, once you select it, you can then choose where you're going to be importing contacts from. For me, that will be the SIM card, so I'm going to select SIM 2. Now, additionally, if you have multiple SIM cards, obviously this refers to which tray the card is on. For me, that was SIM 2, which is the bottom tray. SIM 1 is the top tray. Anyway, once you select whichever option, you should then be presented with contacts. Now, from here, we can quickly select all of them with this button right here. You can also select all of them like so, and maybe deselect ones that I don't want. It's completely up to you how you want to go about it. And once everything that you want to import is selected, you can just click on Done. From there, select where you're going to be importing contacts to. For me, this list is relatively short. It's just a phone, which is where I want to import my contacts to anyway. But in your case, you might see Google, Samsung account, and you can choose whichever one you want in reality. It's completely up to you where you're going to be importing. Now, I'll be recommending importing contacts to the phone itself, as all these contacts are belonging to not you. They're your friends, families, contacts, and so on. So by importing them to the cloud, either Samsung ones or Google ones, you're straight up giving away personal information of the people that these contacts belong to. And in those contacts, there can be a lot of bit more personal information that said person maybe wouldn't want to share. For instance, I am the type of person that will take my sweet ass time trying to prevent Google from having my personal information. Shit, I spend extra money, like buying a separate SIM cards that I throw out after a year, just so any kind of piece of shit site wants to verify my number. I can just point them to that shitty little SIM card, turn it on when they want to send me a garbage ass verification, and then once they do, off it goes. So they no longer can send me bullshit, and even if they sell this number, I couldn't care less. So that's kind of my logic, and I like to basically approach this logic with all the other people that I'll be importing contacts of. Maybe they wouldn't want their numbers to be shared with Google. So Google can, then categorize them, create profiles for them, have more information than they initially had, and then try to give them targeted ads. And all I get for that is, wow, I imported my contacts to the cloud. Like I needed that. They're stored on the phone. So it's not like I needed them also on other places. So by selecting import to the phone, these will be imported. Cool. And now we can go back to our list right here, and your contacts should be visible in the list. Now, I do want to talk about a couple more things. So starting off with the imported contacts, if we go into them, and we select edit, you can see these are the imported contacts to the phone. Now they can store a lot of information, like I mentioned, very personal information, things like photos, so you cover entire full screen photo when they're calling you. We have things like the first name, phone numbers, I think you can add first, last names and so on. You can add multiple numbers for like mobile, home, work and so on. Work information, email addresses, where they live. Then we have import dates, groups, websites, relationship, notes. So everything here would generally be, if you obviously upload it to the cloud, would be shared with Google. I mean, Google, for instance, is storing it, so Google can see it. And when they can see it, they're surely not going to leave it alone. It's literally not what what Google does. It's in their interest to sell the shit out of this data so they can make money. So that's why I primarily tell you to import it to the phone, as when you do that, this information that is filled out right here isn't being shared with Google or Samsung. And if you need to use any of these informations, as things like, for instance, addresses, you could technically just type in your Maps application that you want a route to Stan Konta. And when you select that, obviously it would pull the information of where this contact lives and would automatically route me to them. But this doesn't need to be on a cloud for me to utilize this. So that's one thing. And one more thing that I do want to talk about is sometimes you might have different contacts, names, for instance, same number. You can go into the settings right here and just kind of track for those, manage them. So under merge duplicate contacts, if you click on it, it would show you contacts that have either the same number, the same email address, or the same name. Now, it will actually list them all in here and show you both of the contacts. So it will, for instance, if you're going by name, it will show you the same name, and then it will tell you also what the number for this contact is. So you could potentially have the same name, but different numbers, right? Or same thing goes with the phone numbers. When you have numbers, it will just match them by phone number, but you could have different names. And you can then manage these contacts if you want to merge them into one contact, or if you want to keep them separated, even though technically it's the same number. So in number case, you probably want to merge it. So that's about it. Now there's no option if you have multiple different locations where you store your contacts. There's no way to select where you want to show them from, unless you just create custom profiles or groups like you can right here. But for instance, Google Contacts does have the option to display contacts either from your Google account, your phone, or your SIM card. Here we don't really have that. Now anyway, with that being said, I hope you found this video helpful, and if you did, don't forget to hit like, subscribe, and thanks for watching.